Is Our Gracious Majesty the Queen becoming saucy? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. This is a story that really just caught my eye and I wanted to share it with you. It's very Benny Hill though, isn't it, the intro? Oh, you do remember Benny Hill, of course you do. I love people. I don't know about you, by the way. When I say to young people, do you know this person? Do you know that? But never heard of them. I was talking to someone the other day, I said, you must have heard of Joan Rivers. No. Phyllis Diller? No. Jack Benny? No. Nobody knew nobody. And you kind of think, and now it sounds very ancient saying this, doesn't it? But what do young people look at? Of course they know they're modern day comedians like we all did and they were modern to us. But it does appear that people forget people rather quickly. Now if like me you adored Benny Hill, you'll know what I mean by that little saucy intro about Our Gracious Majesty the Queen. And I just wanted to share this very quick story with you because, as I say, caught my eye and simply made me laugh. Now if you're a huge fan of the Queen, let's face it, who isn't? I do like the fact that she's obviously entrepreneurial. In fact, she should go on The Apprentice with some of the things that they sell in the Buckingham Palace shops and the trinkets, of course, that they sell all around those royal palaces. People say to me, oh, it's just tat, it's junk. No, it isn't. If you visited that place and you want to get a bag or a pencil or something like that, it's a nice memento. Years later, you think, oh yeah, I remember when I bought that. Or, you have afternoon tea in the Buckingham Palace tents when you're allowed to go look round and that sort of stuff. It is just nice. It's what we like to do. I'm interested in any country's history. It doesn't have to be just royal history. I think when you're going somewhere, you're thinking, wow, I'm walking in footsteps of those that have gone before us. But now Our Gracious Majesty the Queen has come up with a bit of a blinder, really, because she's decided to go into the production of something that we all secretly enjoy, but apparently even posh people like to refer to it as this. I'll tell you why. I was at a posh restaurant once and I asked for ketchup, and this very snotty waiter said, oh, do you mean red sauce? And I thought, no, I meant tomato ketchup. But anyway, and I said, I'd like it for my chips. He said, pommes frites. You can imagine the sort of place that was. Now Her Majesty the Queen, though, has gone into production for red and brown sauce. That is tomato ketchup and brown sauce. It's selling at the Sandringham shop and it's doing incredibly well, even though I would even say it's a little pricey. It's been made by a very special recipe that has apparently been passed over from Her Majesty the Queen with her chef, putting in the added herbs and spices that we all like. And one thing that I didn't realise was that when she is at Sandringham, every so often they do send out to the local fish and chip shop takeaway as a treat. So truly, they're like us, aren't they? Can't be bothered to cook. Even though they've got chefs, they think, you know what, we'll get a takeaway in. What next? Is Her Majesty the Queen sitting down with the fish and chips watching Netflix? I don't quite think so, do you? As I say, the product is available online from the shop and the Royal Palace shops. It is one of those things that, as I say, people ask me, why do they do this? Well, of course, it brings in much needed funds to help keep the repairs up of the palaces. Not everything you hear about comes from the British taxpayer. That's only to keep the monarchy moving forward for their trips, things like that. Interesting to note, as I say, that this and so far some of the souvenirs from the Platinum Jubilee have already sold out. So if you do want things like that, snap them up quick. And who knows, next time you're up in Sandringham in Norfolk and you order fish and chips, it might simply be the person next to you who could also be in the queue with their own branded sauce bottle. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.